Hello everybody, this is EonShikeno, and I'm going to cast a game on Metalopolis between KiWiKaKi, our blue Protoss player, on the right side of the map, and on the top part of the map we have Satiini. He is our red Terran player. Now just a little bit of background information. KiWiKaKi just got second place at MLG Dallas, runner-up to Naniwa, who's also a Protoss player, so Protoss player is doing very well at that tournament. KiWiKaKi actually managed to get second place, had some pretty close matches there. Unfortunately, they had extended series there at the finals, so KiWiKaKi didn't really have as easy of a chance to get that back, but he did pretty good. He got 2 wins out of Naniwa there in the final set, so that was actually pretty close there. I was kind of happy with that. But KiWiKaKi is a pretty good Protoss player. I haven't really seen too much of his PvT, so we're going to see what that is going on. We'll see what that's going to happen in this game. Now, Satiini, I don't know too much about him. He's been around for a while. I've seen him in a couple Go for SE2 tournaments, and so everything's looking pretty basic from him. We got the gas going up, and he's got his SCV going to go out for a scout. Looks like he's going to head out for a scout. And KiWiKaKi, I can see here already. I've noticed this from him. That's for sure. Is he likes to put his buildings in a wall-off position. Here you can see this. It's what StarCraft players call sim citying. You sim city your base. That way, the way you design your base actually works in your favor. Now, in this position, he doesn't know where his opponent is, but he knows that probably the attack is going to come from the nearest base, which is his top way. And you can see he's walling himself off from this top area here, so that if there are any Hellion drops up here, they can't just walk in and just walk straight into your mineral line. They're going to be forced to walk all the way around here through this position, and he may even wall this off over here with another pylon. That's basically what KiWiKaKi is doing here, and I've seen him do this quite often actually against Terran players, because Hellion drop is quite common, and also you have, you know, marine drops and other stuff like that, which are also definitely a problem. Excuse me, against Protoss players. And we have the second pylon being placed there, so he actually is going to wall that off completely. And Cybernex Horse popping up, so he's on 2 gas. Now this is quite interesting here. He's got 2 gas, but he only has 2 probes on each of those gas geysers, so he's got 4 probes on 2 gas, which is pretty interesting. And this probe is going to go out here and do some more scouting. Let's see, has he found his opponent yet? No, he hasn't. He just went to the bottom base. He's going in the wrong direction, unfortunately. He's got a sentry coming out. So, and another gateway. That gateway, it looks like he's going to go for a 3 gateway expand. Pretty common play for Protoss versus Terran. 3 gateway expand with mostly sentries. And what do we have over here in the corner for Satiini? He looks like he's getting up a second gas there. He's going to get some Marauders and concussive shells and a Tech Lab out. So he's probably going to go for that 1-1-1 build. And he's probably going to go out for a push now. Usually whenever the Terran player gets Marauders first along with concussive shells, they like to pressure this early just to try and get an advantage, maybe snipe off a Stalker, maybe snipe off a Zealot that just happens to be, you know, somewhere running around the map scouting. Maybe get a free probe kill, something like that. But this is definitely a point in the matchup where these Marauders are definitely extremely powerful. And we can see here these concussive shells are going to pay off, and he's probably going to kill both these units for free and not lose anything. He might lose that Marine unless he micros it, but oh no, that Zealot's not going anywhere. He is like running in molasses uphill in the freezing winter. There's no way that Zealot's getting anywhere. But we have a proxy pylon over here from KiWiKaKi. 3 gateways are up and running. He may be, okay, it looks like, I'm not quite sure if he's going to plan on going for aggressive with this attack, or he's just going to sit here and play defense. He has 4 Stalkers here at the ramp. We have an armory coming. Wow. So for Satiini, he's probably going to go for a Thor rush, I'm thinking here. Not many reasons to get a armory this quick, and it looks like these Marauders are going to get picked off. Is this Stalker going to get out of there? It looks like he's going to die. Oh, he does die, but he does trade that 1 Stalker for 2 Marauders and a Zealot, or 2 Marauders and a Marine. So it's actually worked out pretty good for KiWiKaKi there, kind of making up for that early Zealot and Sentry loss that he got earlier in the game. And we have a lot of units coming out here. And KiWiKaKi, he might try to go for a break here. He was going 3 gateway, and now it looks like he's full on gas there. And how many probes has he got here on his gas? So he's fully saturated. Going off 3 base here, mostly gas units. And there's that Thor coming out. So you do have a Thor coming out. And Satiini, does he see this? I don't know if he hasn't scouted. No, hasn't scouted that pylon in. He's going to set up this probe just as a little scout, see what he's up against. He's going to see. He's got SCVs out here guarding the ramp. Satiini is definitely ready for this. He has his bunker ready. He even has a second bunker ready. but he has no more Marines. He only has 3 Marines up here for DPS, so this is a super critical time. He needs to attack before that Thor gets out, because as soon as that Thor gets out, this is going to be shut down completely. Okay, KiWiKaKi is going for an attack up the ramp, and he just needs to hit that Guardian Shield. He needs to get the Guardian Shield up and get if they're in range. Now he's going to try and focus fire, kill this bunker. There's so many units repairing it, though. I don't know if he's going to get it. He's basically just focus firing, killing the SCVs, not even repairing it, because there's nothing to repair. Now that that is all dead, but there are more reinforcements coming, more SCVs coming to repair this. He's got 5 Marines in there, focus fire, killing down. The Thor is out, and now he's going to be forced to fall back. KiWiKaKi is not going to kill anymore. He did manage to get quite a few SCV kills there, though. We can check that out. Boom, 14 workers killed. That definitely took a hit in his economy. You can check that they're 29 for 17. So even though he actually didn't manage to kill anything, he's going to lose his Thor. That would be huge, but no, SCVs are coming the last second to repair. Are they going to kill it? Oh, that's massive repair. He's going to lose it. Oh, he does lose it. That he definitely did not want to have happen. KiWiKaKi is in a strong position now, economy-wise and army-wise. We can check the army tab so far here. It's just like, yeah, pretty low for both players. But the Terran player is basically has 5 Marines out to speak of, and he's got a Thor coming out now, starting that command center. And it's going to be a while before KiWiKaKi is going to allow Satiini to put up an expansion. We have a robo facility out, so he's on 3-gate robo. Hasn't started an expansion yet. Still continuing to pump probes. He's definitely oversaturated, so based on the number of his probes, I'm expecting him to make an expansion here pretty soon. And it looks like KiWiKaKi is going to go for another attack, forcing those SCVs to get pulled. And even if he doesn't kill anything, he's going to kill a bunch of SCVs. 2 SCVs die there. 3, 4. He's just focus firing those SCVs, dropping them. And those SCVs aren't actually repairing anything, but he's forced to pull them here to the front of the ramp just in case he tries to focus fire that bunker. And he lost a lot of SCVs right there yet again. And we can see he's up to 21 workers killed. Ouch. Ouch. That's not very good here. So the economy here is really crushing. He's almost double now. And we have the Nexus now going up. So KiWiKaKi just applying so much pressure here. And this Thor really, he lost that first Thor, which was really a big problem there. If he wouldn't have had that Thor loss, he would have 2 Thors now, and I think he would have actually been safe for him to push out. Now, 2 Thors is, I'm going to say this, but it's more than twice as good as 1 Thor, even though it doesn't sound right mathematically, but it is. 2 Thors is more than twice as good as 1 Thor. But sounds counterintuitive, but trust me, it is true. We have a Nexus coming down here, so he is going to expand. He's going to be able to transfer quite a few probes because he continued probe production, easily oversaturated. He's bringing some Immortals out. Going to be a great unit to deal with those Thors because they do so much damage to Immortals, or actually to Thors. 50 damage. They're straight up. A scan going to go down. That's in a sweet spot. I love this spot for the scan. You get a good spot of the mineral line and all this stuff here, as well as a shot of the expansion. So he knows there is an expansion up, and he knows that he's going to be able to push out pretty soon, but he cannot wait too much longer because the longer that his expansion is up, the further and further he gets behind. Right now, he's so far behind in Harvesters that he's going to have to. I mean, luckily he has this in-base command center, so he can, catch up in Harvesters a little bit. We can see it's he used to be 16, so he used to be half as much Harvesters, but he's catching up a little bit, 36 to 23, so he's still in the game. Plus those double mules, you can see his economy is actually ahead of the Protoss player for the time being. But we just had a big transfer of probes down here, the natural, and that's going to skyrocket back up here. And there we have it up to 1,000, so he's back behind now. So we have an observer in the base, so KiWiKaKi is getting an eyeful of everything in here. And he sees a reactor coming out there, and a medevac coming, and another barracks, and this barracks from earlier. So pushing out now with Marines and Thors, he's going to take out the Stalker and take this expansion easily. And the contain from KiWiKaKi is broken. And he just did so much damage with that rush. I think he's actually, sounds crazy, but I think he's done that before. Just pushing up there, not even focus firing and killing the bunker straight up. He just has his ults attacking, whatever's in the way. And he just uses the Stalker's focus fires, picks off all those SCVs, and just does so much damage. It just works out really well, but he's forced to pull the SCVs there because if he doesn't, then he loses the bunker, and then he's going to lose his SCVs anyway. So he really forces that Terran player to make a tough choice there. And it works out pretty well for him. So we have a Colossus, probably going to be on the way, Robotics Bay up and going. I don't think he got this Robotics Bay for the Observer speed upgrade, but you never know, that may happen. Some more, actually these are still the same 4 Stalkers from earlier. He hasn't really made much more of an army. Actually, here they are, hanging out up here. This is actually a pretty interesting spot for his army to be rallied to, just because this is where a drop would probably come to, and if he drops Thors or anything like that, he's going to be ready for it. And he hasn't had that observer in here, so he knows there's a starport in play. He's got 1 observer over here on the left, a probe, keeping an eye on this 3rd expansion. Now Satiini doesn't look like he's planning to put up another expansion anytime soon. He's probably going to stay on the space here just for these 2 bases for a little bit and build up his army. Maybe go for a 2-base attack. Try to catch KiWiKaKi once he starts building his 3rd base. I think that may be a time for Satiini to attack, but no, Satiini's like, now's a good time to attack. And the whole while, KiWiKaKi has a whole eye full of this with that observer there, keeping an eye on that. He's going to know there's an attack on the way in. Wow, he's bringing the whole SCV army. Those guys want to get some revenge for their brethren that died. The Colossus is out. That's going to be a great unit to deal with those massive amount of SCVs to take out them in just 2 shots. So there's a lot of Marines and medevacs, and he's pulling down here. He's probably going to try and get a better point of attack, but no, KiWiKaKi pulling back to his base. He's going to have to warp in some units. He's got a lot of chrono boosts. He's even going to pull some probes. That's going to be a smart move. I think he's going to have to pull probes to win this because there are just so many Marines and medevacs. He's even putting down some bunkers, so the tides have turned, and he's going to kill some statues, and he's going to come up here with these Colossus who just poke. The range upgrade is not finished yet, and the fight's going to go. Zealots in the front, Guardian Shield going down, Immortals dealing some damage, and Marines trying to be pulled back there, but no, they're going to kill. Probes even coming in now. It's going to be a smart move. The Colossus range just now finished. That's going to be important. Immortals come up here, and they're just going to crush those Thors so quickly. Those Thors are just dropping like flies now, and Zealots up there just mowing it down. And that, wow, that abrupt ending is the game. And KiWiKaKi, wow, really shows why he got 2nd place in M1G. He just played that game like a fiddle. Devil went down to Georgia and all that good stuff. I mean, wow, just at the beginning, just the way he did that, he didn't even bother attacking the bunker. He's like, you know what? I'm going to kill all your SCVs. Don't worry about it. It's just going to happen. There's nothing you can do. If you're going to go for a Thor play, I'm going to 3 racks, pressure you, get up a later expansion, and just kill so many SCVs. And then here at the very end, I love pulling the probes in there. Because whenever your opponent pulls SCVs and, you know, you're kind of on the same level, you're going to have to pull, you know, workers too to kind of keep it even. But man, that fight just was so much more one-sided than I expected it to be. In retrospect, it was kind of obvious just with the sheer amount of Immortals he had, and it seemed like KiWiKaKi did a really good job there of using those Colossus and focus firing down on the weaker units. I think he was focus firing down on the Marines on purpose. I'm just going to come back here and watch the end of that fight just real quick. Well, it actually won't let me rewind to that one. I'll just fast forward here real quick. I want to see that one more time in action. Here we go. And there goes the fight. Okay, he's coming up, and looks like, yeah, he's pulling it back and focus fire on the Marines there. I think he did that on purpose. That was not an attack move. If he was going to be attacking up here. So yeah, I think that was just him controlling those Colossus, but you can see him selecting the Colossus, so I think he was actually doing that. He was pulling them back and then focusing on the Marines, taking them out extremely quickly, while Marines are a great unit to deal with these Immortals because they drop those shields so quickly, and he didn't have time to get those bunkers up. Didn't work out so well, and these medevacs were kind of hanging out here. Didn't have much to heal because those Marines died so fast, but wow, good job KiWiKaKi just playing PvT like a pro. So I hope you guys enjoyed this commentary. You can check more of my stuff out on youtube.com/EonShikeno. I do commentaries of professional games like this. I do live commentaries of my own games on ladder. So if you like any of that good stuff or strategy videos, you can check those out on my channel. And that's pretty much it for me. I'll see all of you guys later.